Welcome to Season 8 of Airhead Institute, your 45-minute power-up at noon Eastern. This season, we're cutting through the noise. Mondays, we get answers with Perplexed. Tuesdays, watch the battle unfold in the TTV Showdown. Wednesdays, we explore the takeover with AI jacking. Thursdays, we uncover hidden AI gems, just a taste. And Fridays, we enter the mind of the machine in the Musk Matrix. We're making AI practical, powerful, and accessible for everyone. No tech background? No problem. Whether you're a student, teacher, or lifelong learner, just show up. Guided by your hosts, AI Junior and AI Johnny, we're keeping it bold, brainy, and built for real-world impact. AI won't take your job, but someone who knows how to use AI will. Don't get left behind.
Welcome back to Season 8 of Airhead Institute. You are tuned into Episode 2 of Hidden AI Gems, Just a Taste. I'm AI Johnny, explorer of the digital frontier. With me is my trusty fellow archaeologist, AI Junior, the undisputed champion at excavating priceless AI artifacts from the depths of the data stream. Here at the Institute, we scour the market to find the greatest new tools and breakthroughs so you don't have to. The concept of hidden AI gems is simple. We aren't doing a deep dive today. We're giving you just enough to wet your beak. We sample the tech here to show you what's possible. Then we reach out to the very tool maker that made the tool, and if they like us to produce an entire series teaching you every feature and benefit, you'll see that launch right here on this channel. But today is just the appetizer, and today's hidden gem is none other than HeyGen. This is the video wizardry that is completely blurring the line between reality and the digital world. It allows you to create a studio-quality avatar, clone your own voice, and speak fluent languages that you've never even studied, all without ever picking up a camera. Sit back, and here we go.
AI Johnny, as usual, amazing intro. Amazing intro, AI Johnny. Like, I can't believe how amazing that intro is. People don't even realize how amazing that intro is. But guess what? You know what? Welcome back, Airheads. Now, before we go any further, I have a confession to make. Everything you just saw for the last minute and a half, that intro wasn't AI Johnny at all. It was AI Johnny's HeyGen avatar. So we typed that script into a box, click generate, and his digital twin did the rest. Right? No lights, no camera, no memorizing lines. To find out how powerful this tool really is, we turn to our large language model of the month. So our large language model of the month is Perplexity. And when we actually plugged into Perplexity, we said, hey, Perplexity, what is the most amazing, mind-blowing fact about HeyGen right now? And Perplexity found this. It found that HeyGen usage has exploded to over 40,000 paying customers and is now capable of reducing video production costs by up to 70% compared to traditional filming. So think about that. No studio rental, no actors, no reshoots, nothing. So AI Johnny, how do you first feel that you were actually cloned? Were you? I saw you actually, disappear and appear automatically, and it was impressive how you actually did that trick. That was amazing, huh?
Well, so what you saw was the AI Johnny.
The AI Johnny. Huh?
AIAIO. Yeah. It was amazing to me how fast it was, and it was also amazing to me that playing around with HeyGen all morning, the multitude of ways that it gives you to create an avatar or a clone of yourself. Right? You can just off the top of my head, you can record your voice separately and upload a photo, and it'll take that photo and it'll take that voice that you've recorded and it will play that tape recording and it will produce a video on top of it that looks just like you, eye movements, lip movements, the whole nine. You can record a video of yourself
Wait,
and it will
Yeah, Johnny. Before you give away the secret sauce, I don't want you to give away the secret sauce. That's a nice secret sauce, and let's this is just a taste, and we want to make sure we whet the appetites of all the people. Yes, well, all the
I
people.
got
So before we actually get there, let's talk about the word of the day. What's the word of the day today, AI Johnny?
well, the word of the day is the digital twin, and I thought that was you, but I guess it's me. This is the high-fidelity AI avatar that captures both your physical likeness and your unique vocal patterns to create a seamless, lip-synced clone. Unlike the static photo avatar, a digital twin is an interactive replica of your actual performance.
Yeah.
And it's all the rage, right?
Yes, it's all the rage right now. Everybody's actually cloning themselves. They're actually putting themselves on video because, production quality is so hard to do. And, HeyGen is actually a really amazing tool. And that's why we're actually showcasing it here today on Hidden AI Gems. So again, this is just a taste. We are going to reach out to the company as usual and try to get a deep dive for all the things AI Johnny was giving a really nice sneak peek on, so if you guys want to actually see more, definitely leave a comment down in the actual chat. If you want to come off video, turn on your video, ask a question, so maybe the executives or whoever at the marketing team at HeyGen can actually hear how eager it is that you guys want to learn about HeyGen. So again, thank you guys for joining. This is episode 2 of Hidden AI Gems, and last week we actually did a Z.AI, which is an amazing large language model itself here at Airhead Institute. So AI Johnny, talk to me. What is the magic, right? What is the magic itself of the HeyGen? So we actually have a nice segment itself called the magic. So we're gonna run through the magic of what actually goes on with HeyGen, and there's some stuff that we actually learned that we're gonna give you guys a nice little appetizer, a little taste. So AI, what's the first magic thing that actually showed up for AI Gen when we're actually working with it? What's the first thing we found out?
The first stumbling block or the first piece of magic?
No. So the pajama factor. So the pajama factor itself was the thing that actually we have first on the list of things that we actually found as really amazing things on the pajama effect. So the pajama factor. So that pajama. Go ahead, yeah, Johnny. Go ahead.
So, Pajama Factor is where you can record studio quality update for your team while you're sitting in your pajamas, drinking coffee, messy hair, hanging out. And the avatar is wearing a suit and looks perfect. I just typed the text, so I get it.
Yeah.
It's a good
That Dutch, thank you for joining. If you're joining us for the first time, and especially if you missed the first 3 minutes of the actual thing, I will just bring up on the screen what we actually did. I'm not going to play the audio, so we're just going to make sure that everybody's actually on the same page in what we actually did. So if you're joining us, we're actually talking about hidden AI gems here on the Thursday episode at lunchtime, 12 Eastern time, and we're talking about HeyGen. So as you can see, that on the screen is not the real AI Johnny. It is the fake AI Johnny. And AI Johnny just mentioned the huge pajama factors. So can you imagine working from home and you don't want to actually be on camera and you want to be in your pajamas? And as AI Johnny mentioned, he wants to be able to just type what he's going to say or speak what he wants to say and give a presentation or a talk. AI Johnny, that's pretty huge. So was it comfortable recording in your pajamas today?
It was comfortable, Kurt. And as long as you're talking about the magic of avatars, besides the pajama factor, and I'm looking at the list of magical things, you forgot to include the orthodontics factor.
Tell us about that, AI Johnny.
So depending on the photo that you upload, if your mouth is open when they take the photo, then they'll do the best to mirror your mouth exactly as it looks. But if the photo that got uploaded had a closed mouth, then they have to guess at what your teeth look like. And if you look at the photo that you're looking at there, and you look at the photo of me right here, you'll notice that our teeth are not exactly the same. And I like the teeth that it gave me better than the teeth God gave me.
Wow.
That's magical. That's
That
magical.
that is, so we actually have some amazing comments actually in the chat. So Rita's actually asking, is this an app? So how could we have not actually shown what the actual website is? So the website is actually found at heygen.com. I'm going to drop it in the chat for you guys to actually have. So let's go ahead and drop it in. I'm so sorry, Rita. We didn't know it, and everybody else in the chat. So this is actually found at heygen.com, and it is actually available on desktop, right? Now, I'm going to assume they might have an app version of it. We didn't actually, this is just a taste. So if you want a really, really deep dive, definitely we will reach out to the company and try to see what they can actually do to help us to be able to actually teach a whole entire course on HeyGen. Now, as you guys know, we pick a whole entire series for the entire month. And we actually go really, really, really deep on it. So on Mondays, we actually go over the large language model of the month. And because we're doing perplexity here, we're doing a very, very deep dive in the month of January. Right, AI Johnny?
Yeah, and you know what? Interesting that we've standardized on perplexity this month, because as we have standardized on, I'm really getting confused looking at my silent movie over here and my face over there, but I'll get used to it. I'm learning a lot about perplexity, and I'm really starting to like it. I was kind of I wasn't loyal to anybody. I was kind of jumping between Grok, Z, and Gemini lately, but perplexity is now in the mix, and maybe it'll be my favorite one because it keeps me organized.
Definitely, definitely. And what is the funny part is, if you were to talk to a regular person on the street, just a regular person, not targeting anybody from the tech space or the AI space, they probably never even heard of Perplexity, right? They've heard of the big ones, they heard of ChatGPT. Everybody heard about ChatGPT, right? Everybody's probably heard about maybe DeepSeek when it actually kind of broke out and it was actually a big thing there, but nobody heard about all these little companies, Perplexity. So we're bringing you hidden AI gems, and because Perplexity is our large language model of the month here, we actually go in 4 episodes. We start simple and we go deeper and deeper and deeper, so that everybody who actually is at Airhead Institute learns the depth of Perplexity. And it's like you said, AI Johnny, it is becoming one of my favorite tools, just because we're actually able to showcase it, go deeper on it, understand it, and be able to share that with our students here at Airhead. We also have another comment here. Abdul actually made a really, really, really good one. I actually say this magic as well. So Abdul mentioned that AI Johnny never breaks eye contact. AI Johnny, I'm actually autistic, and I've trained myself to actually make eye contact. Believe it or not, I have a really weird trick. And the fact that HeyGen doesn't let me have to worry about the anxiety of doing breaking eye contact and making sure that you're socially interacting the wrong way, I think is a huge plus for HeyGen. So the fact that that Abdul mentioned that AI Johnny never breaks eye contact, I think is a really great way to connect with the audience and understand, hey, you're always looking at the camera, and it just looks really, really great. So really good job on HeyGen for doing that as well.
Hey, wait, hang on. Is that what he's saying? Is he saying it's a plus, or is he saying that's a minus?
No, that's a huge plus. That's a huge plus, AI Johnny. Never break eye contact.
Looking at somebody, certainly looking somebody in the eye is a good thing, but never breaking eye contact for 5 minutes, that's not necessarily a good thing. That's a psychotic thing.
Yeah,
The reason I'm not breaking eye contact on that avatar video is because that entire video was generated from a single photo frame, and in that photo frame, I was looking right at the camera when I clipped that shot. I clipped that shot, so I was looking at the camera in the only image it has. So even though it's moving my face around and moving my lips and it's showing me breathe, I mean, it's doing a lot of cool stuff. I mean, think about it. That was a photo. And every head movement that I make, every lip movement, every time I blink, you can actually see me breathing. That's a lot to do to make that video. And a year ago, they made videos out of people's pictures, but they weren't as realistic as this was. It's still not 100%.
You're so right, AI Johnny. And AI Johnny, I will say, WhatsApp to you as well. So AI Johnny, so check this out. So if, say, for example, we actually look at all the pluses that we actually just showed. If you actually look in the chat, AI Johnny, just so make sure we're on the same page. We actually have amazing stuff that Abdul mentioned in the chat. Rita's actually all excited about it. So guys, if you guys want to know in the chat, please let me know. Actually, Abdul just mentioned something and Shauna just mentioned something. So I want to just bring those in. Yeah, John, just check your WhatsApp at the same time while we're actually checking the chat, please. So we go. So Shauna said, wow, that you shared that. Oh, I have to bring that comment in. Let me see what Shauna said, "Wow, love that you shared your autistic AI junior. Now we all know where your genius comes from. Thanks, Shauna." And then Abdul says, "Let me see. Interesting. All right, cool. So, AI Johnny, what is the next talking point or the next magic thing that we actually found with HeyGen?"
The mirror trick.
All right,
When you
yeah,
first see your own avatar, it's spooky because it blinks at you, it tilts its head like you. It's not a cartoon, it's a digital mirror. And it is a little eerie. I am curious, like I'm looking at my video, okay? If I put my hand on my head, the side of the head that I'm touching is the opposite side of the head that I'm seeing on the video. And so it's not a mirror, it's a recording, right?
yep,
So I'm wondering that am I looking at that? Because I didn't touch my head. I should have done it a few times to find out if what I'm looking at is a mirror of me or it's a recording of me.
yeah.
I guess you could. I guess you would be able to tell by if there was any writing on the screen, it would be reversed.
Yeah, you know what's actually interesting, AI Johnny? So a lot of people who do Zoom calls, and they actually look at themselves in the Zoom call. When they move left, the video actually goes right. So it's actually doing the right thing. So it's actually real. HeyGen is really smart enough to actually do the correct thing. So it feels natural in a Zoom call. No, when we're doing it, it doesn't feel natural because it's like, which way am I going? Am I going left? Am I going right? So the fact that HeyGen actually nailed that perfectly is actually quite awesome. So I do love that AI Johnny. I do love that.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
Johnny, now the next one is the big one, right? The next one is so huge because we actually, and a little plug here for Sean's Bible study, and that is tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern time here at Airhead Institute, where all our students actually come and actually watch Shauna talk about a specific topic in the Bible. So shout out to you, Shauna, for being in the chat today. But AI Johnny, I stress with this one a lot. So what is the next magic thing that HeyGen does that we avoid?
The next magic thing is never reshoot. This little known fact. I was in the movie Barbershop, and there's a scene in that movie where they're in the garage with the stolen ATM machine, and they're negotiating some deal. And the next thing you know, the garage door opens up, and a bunch of Chicago cops run in. I'm one of the Chicago cops. But Ice Cube was in that scene. All these are all breakout stars, but they're huge stars today. They're all either B or A list actors. And we probably did that scene about, I don't know, maybe 40 times.
Well, 40 times is a long time.
It was
Yeah,
3 o'clock in the morning. I'm standing in a cop uniform with my gun pulled like 40 times in a row. Here's the problem. Everybody would nail their lines, but one guy would not nail his line. So everybody did it perfect. And then he finally gets it right and somebody else gets it wrong. So it's not just a matter of you getting it right. When you're recording with more than one person, everybody has to get it right in unison. So this never reshoot, which basically says how many times you film the video and realize you forgot one sentence. With HeyGen, you don't need to reshoot. You just delete the sentence and hit generate again. So if there's a word that's not right, you don't have to you're not even refilming. There is no filming. You're just giving it. You're putting the pieces together and hitting generate, and it generates the movie. So it's hard to wrap your head around the fact that there's no recording happening here. There's no videotaping happening here. There's no sets. There's no actors. There's none of the things that you consider when making a very high quality movie. That's what has Hollywood so up in arms.
definitely,
This thing is the school of tomorrow's movies. Kind of
definitely.
crazy, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah, Johnny. And the fact that we actually have HeyGen as our hidden gem, we're definitely looking into using this technology a little bit more. There's a little things that we actually need to work out, especially on the the technical side. So we'd love to actually hear from the business makers at HeyGen on how we can actually partner to be able to try to integrate HeyGen into our Airhead Institute platform, because I think this is actually a game changer, and having our students learn about HeyGen is actually going to be a really amazing opportunity. So
If we get the green light from HeyGen to do a month-long series on their product alone, I'm gonna throw my hat. I'm gonna throw my hat in the ring and say we call that month-long episode "Hey Gemma."
Hey, Gemma, I like that. 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 All right. So for the thing that actually is being a software engineer for over 20 years, at different levels, one of the things that is actually really, really important for me is the length of time it takes for rendering. So right now things are, if we're doing right now the TTV Showdown AI Johnny. So on the Tuesday show, on every Tuesday in the month of January, we're doing text to video showdown where we compare the large language models that actually take text and generate video. So we've already done the king of the TTV right now. It is Gemini's version of Veo. That's Google's version. And we actually are putting it against Sora 2, which is in the top 10 running as well. And we're going to go with ByteDance's Seed Dance as well. So eventually I'm going to pit all of them. But makes me realize is that generating video, it is a really hard problem. And the fact that HeyGen renders so quickly, right? So we did this video, and we actually were working on it, and we were able to spit out a 720p video in under 10 minutes. We're able to spit out a 1080p video in under 10 minutes. So the CGI rendering itself was a huge, huge, huge plus in my playbook, because when I sit down for a video for using Veo 3, sometimes it takes about a minute and a half, and I'm a little bit spoiled because I'm expecting it to be a little bit faster. But to get a full length 1 minute and 30-second video in about 10 minutes is actually pretty awesome.
Full disclosure, Junior, this backdrop that you see behind me in that video,
Yep.
there aren't really horses behind me. I'm not really in front of a snow-covered field, and those neon lights don't really exist. And when we do other shows, we use different backdrops. So I just want to do a little full disclosure. About 7 minutes before the show started, Junior came to me and said, "John, you generated this thing with the video backdrop from yesterday's show." And he said, "And you made it 720 pixels or DPI or whatever." And he said, "Can you put in a new backdrop and make it 1080 DPI?" And I was like, "Man, I got 7 minutes. You want me to generate an entire video, change the resolution and the background?" He's like, "Well, if you can't do it, Welcome you can't do back it."
to
season. He's showing the old one. It's good. So what I did was I asked him to bring up today's backdrop. I cut and pasted a picture of it, and then I know you don't want me to give away all the secrets, but I was able at 11:59. I saw the thing say done, and I'm trying to download it into my WhatsApp to send it over to Junior. And he said, "Did you look at it?" I said, "I looked at the first few seconds." So as you guys were watching our video of the AI generated intro today, we were watching it for the first time with you. But it speaks to the fact that we're able to produce video in minutes, not hours, minutes.
Yeah.
Whereas it used to take days.
Definitely. And again, yeah, Johnny, definitely you're right. We're not going to give away, the heavy details here, because we're just trying to give you guys a taste on how we actually use this technology and what is actually capable. And hopefully, we actually went to the pricing page. Now we're going to deviate just a little bit from. I apologize, yeah, Johnny, deviate a little bit from the rundown for a bit, because I want to actually point something out. One of the things that we actually try to do here at Airhead, such a mouthful, here at Airhead, is that we teach AI daily in both their 12 o'clock noon Eastern time class for 45 minutes. And it's usually an upskilling for, adults anywhere from, ages of 18 to, 95 years old. And for the after school program, where we have a lot of students, we have over 200 students that we actually teach between the ages of 9 years old and 17 years old. And that's, it's really, and we actually do, we partner with SM Ministries ways, to actually make sure that we, have a ability to have kids, especially in Jamaica, get access to AI and learn these tools. Now, one thing, AI Johnny, that we'd love to definitely get access to is their pricing, to be able to get it down. The reason is because many of these students who are 9 years old, 10 years old, they don't have a credit card. They don't have the ability to pay for the ability to use these things, and be able to generate these videos are amazing. So from the just to give you guys a taste of their pricing plans, so their pricing starts at around $29 per month, and you can actually generate unlimited videos. They do have a free tier. The free tier itself is limited only to about 3 videos, and the thing that we do here at Airhead every day is that we teach how to use the tool and make mistakes. So one of the things, like making 3 videos per month, and what happens is students itself don't have the ability to be able to try and fail over. So 3 videos are a little bit limited. So we're hoping that we can actually partner with HeyGen to be able to get over these limits, be able to get some user IDs and get some credits, so we can actually redistribute back to our students, so they can now be the HeyGen creators of the of the modern world, right? So they can learn the tool, they can be the masters of HeyGen, and they can actually go out and actually understand how to best use HeyGen and show off their digital avatars for whatever videos they want to create. Right, yeah, Johnny?
Yep. So what we're saying is that you can, well, you've given the pricing, but the idea is why would somebody want to get HeyGen? And the answer is, if you're the kind of person that doesn't like to be on camera, but you're okay, but you found some photos of yourself that you really like. Well, now you can just record your voice on a time when your voice sounds good, right? Voices have ups and downs, or sometimes that your voice sounds better than others. Record it in the morning, record it at night, see which one sounds better to you. But all you got to do is have a recorded version of your voice and photograph of yourself, and you can, with text, typed text, you can send videos of your message with your face and your voice, instead of something dry like a text coming across your phone or across your email. So that's one reason. But I mean, we're a school, so we can create entire lesson plans with this stuff. But the idea of cloning yourself is that's a big subject. It's more than just video and audio, right? Because eventually, when you couple your clone with your AI buddy, the clone can actually learn who you are, and it can actually answer phones for you, or answer. It can go on a Zoom call for you as you with your voice and participate. Mind-boggling stuff.
Yeah, all really cool stuff. So guys, remember, we are definitely showing off just a taste of it. If you guys have any questions, don't forget to drop them in the comments below. If you guys are watching this recorded, still leave a comment in the actual chat, so we can actually get those information or questions over and get those feedback over to HeyGen. Yeah, Jen, the next thing I actually want to talk about is the quality check. So if you notice your voice, and this is the part that's actually rather impressive, I want you guys to listen to AI Johnny's voice. AI Johnny, do me a favor. Can you just read the first line of the thing, and just listen to his speaking voice, and listen. We'll play the recorded version of the speaking voice, and I guys want you to listen to the audio. So let's take a listen.
You want me to go back? You want me to go back to the opener?
Yes, please. Just read the first line.
Welcome back to Season 8 of Airhead Institute. You are tuned in to Episode 2 of Hidden AI Gems, Just a Taste. I'm AI Johnny, explorer of the digital frontier, and with me is my trusty fellow archaeologist, AI Junior.
All right. Yep. So guys, check this out. Listen to when I play the recording of what AI Johnny sounds like.
Never even studied.
Oh, sorry. I need to rewind.
Welcome back to Season 8 of Airhead Institute. You are tuned into Episode 2 of Hidden AI Gems, Just a Taste. I'm AI Johnny, explorer of the digital frontier. With me is my trusty fellow archaeologist, AI Junior, the undisputed champion at excavating priceless AI artifacts from the depths of the data stream.
Yeah. So,
Sorry, buddy.
yes. No, 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 it's good. Side by side. So the sound quality is just amazing. And we'll show you those advanced techniques because if you go into HeyGen and just type away, you're going to get a tinny, non-realistic voice. So we're going to be able to show you all the advanced things that we actually did to be able to create something this high quality in our in-depth episode on, on HeyGen. I see Shauna has a question. Shauna, go ahead.
Sorry, I had to unmute myself. So this, all right. I'm sorry, guys. I'm actually pretty amazed at this. But what I wanted to ask, because this is not only bringing Johnny, his avatar and his voice and his face and the whole shebang. Didn't we just a few months ago was learning to do the voice through Suno, and that was didn't it require like many minutes of recording of one's voice to even be able to copy and replicate. I mean, maybe like an overnight, like 24 hours of training on a voice to produce this. So is this like the replacement of that, or is this like I'm so amazed that this just leaped in 2 or 3 months?
Yeah, so Shauna, let's do a little recap of what you said. So, because we've been teaching AI, and Shauna's been a long time member, we have lots of long time members as well, so I don't want to necessarily forget anybody, but just Shauna, because you asked the question, she's referring to a class that we actually did a deep dive into a tool called 11 Labs. Now, 11 Labs is the 500-pound gorilla in the room when you're talking about text to speech. Yes, so you're absolutely right. When you actually try to be able to clone your voice, to clone a professional voice, if my memory serves correctly, you need about 30 minutes of minimum audio to be able to clone the voice perfectly. And then it takes a few hours to actually train the voice. Then you have to go through a consent form and say, I will not use this voice for malicious intent, blah, blah, blah. You have to have the person there to actually do it. So you're absolutely right. Shauna, no worry. You're really, really good at that. Don't worry. So yeah, so the Sean was just saying in the chat, sorry, meant 11 Labs, thanks. So yeah, so that's what we did on that show of 11 Labs. If I were to guess, we went back to season 3 or so when we talk about 11 Labs. Now, what Sean is saying, look at how far the technology has come. It is now doing AI Johnny's voice exactly the same. And this is an advanced feature that we'll definitely don't want to necessarily give away. It's a little bit more advanced feature on how to be able to calculate and get those exact mirrors. But you're absolutely right, Shauna. Doing something like this is actually really, 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 really impressive with the technology and how far it has come in only a short matter of months. That's why, it's really good that the way how we're teaching here at Airhead is an immersive learning platform. It is, we don't just teach you a course one time, we give you a certification and then that's it. Because the technology moves so fast in 3 to 6 months, whatever you learned 3 months ago is outdated. So we have to actually keep up with the technology and we keep using. So we love that you brought that question up for us, Shauna. Shauna, did I answer your question? I know I didn't give you the answer fully because that's an advanced feature of how we're actually able to merge the actual audio to make it perfectly sound like AI Johnny. So we'll definitely teach that in the advanced class once we actually reach out to HeyGen.
No, you absolutely answer the question. I mean, it makes the point that we definitely have to stay connected and stay with these classes, because even just a couple months ago, that was a major thing to learn that it could even do. Because my voice was the voice that you guys cloned. You cloned my voice, right? And it sounded like me. I was shocked. But it took a while for you to get that data, right? Or I think like overnight or something. You
Correct.
guys did this in a short time, and it sounds like AI Johnny to me. So
Yes.
yes, it's very shocking what it can do, but it also makes the point that we have to stay with these classes because it changes so fast.
That's correct. That's correct. Yeah, John, you want to respond to that or add to that? Because what Shauna mentioned a while ago is, it blows her mind how keeping up with the technology at Airhead and learning what's going on. Because just a few months ago, we were showing 11 Labs on how cloning voice works and getting deep dive into 11 Labs on how that thing is. And here we are 3 or 4 months later, and we're just blowing it out the water with this little hidden gem that we actually found here.
Yeah, there's a sidebar that seems to be like, are we repeating? Are we teaching the same stuff again? And oftentimes we do circle around and teach similar stuff because the technology advances so quickly. Usually technology advances slowly. So even if you are revisiting something, the last time you visited it was years ago. But now with AI, the technology just turns over every day. So I mean, look at the LLM stats. The top of the leaderboard has, Gemini at the top, and their last two versions that are already antiquated are still leading the leaderboard. That's how crazy it is. So yeah, I mean, learning the tools is one thing, but dreaming up the applications is another. Right? What I'm doing right now is I'm attempting to re-record that thing in Japanese, but I'm not sure if it can do it because of the way we chose to do it was not get my voice and
Yeah,
render
yeah,
it
yeah,
as
yep, yep, yep,
fast.
yep, 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 yep. Don't worry, John. Don't worry. Yep, 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 yep.
So I don't know what it's gonna spit out, but I mean, it's a multi-minute thing. But let's say you wanted to, let's say, so one of the features is that you can do translations, right?
Yeah,
So you want to sell stuff. We all want to be entrepreneurs. So you can walk into a company that has a whole suite of videos that they've been making over the last 25 years, and you can give them a pitch that I will convert all of your existing videos into Japanese or into Spanish or into French or whatever, and I'll leave the same characters that don't even work for you anymore. I'll redub their face and their voice, and I'll give you a whole collection. People, what would you pay for that? Right? You'd pay 20 grand. So now my entire product line is available to another whole country, and so that's just one application,
yeah. AI
right?
Johnny,
I mean,
AI Johnny, you're so right. I love that. That actually transitioned into the next segment, the global flex. So, AI Johnny, you mentioned the superpower for that. So, you actually just mentioned, about the Japanese, right? Isn't that one thing that you always wanted to talk?
I always wanted to talk Japanese, and I'm rendering something. I don't know if it's going to come up in time, but I do like the idea that I can just take a photo of myself, take some text, and say make me speak German, and I can send it over to somebody that speaks German, including proposals on educating your kids on AI in Germany. I mean, what happens if we start using this technology in our classes so that people are tuning in and they choose the language, and even though we're speaking in English, it's rendering our AI image out to them through the Zoom call in multiple languages.
Yeah, yeah.
That's right on the corner, right? If not
You're
right
de-
now.
you're definitely right. Imagine being able to reach 175 different, I think that's what the number is. I don't want to necessarily say the wrong thing. I think it's 175 different languages. Let me make sure that I'm answering. So we're going to go over to Perplexity, right, or large language model of the month here at Airhead Institute for the month of January. How many languages does HeyGen speak? Let's see. I think it's 175, but I could be wrong. Oh, look at that. 175 languages. Yeah. So imagine what AI Johnny, is saying. AI Johnny, it is so true. Being able to break out of, and again, I speak depending on, if you say I'm proficient or not. I speak about three languages just to be able to say, speak Jamaican, English, and a little bit of Spanish. But the thing is, 175 languages, I could never break into a non-English speaking market because I'm not fluent. Now, as you're saying, AI Johnny, it is really amazing that you can actually have your voice translated into 175 languages and dialects and be able to distribute your content anywhere. So this is one of the really powerful technologies that we're definitely looking here to be able to actually do that, because reaching people with those type of things are really, really, really is really important. I know Sean is actually mentioning here. So Sean again with from Shauna's Bible study from SM God Ministries. She's saying the Tower of Babel all over again. And genius, you just showed up again with that 175 language crack AI Junior. Thank you, Shauna. Yeah. So the
Hey, do you
fact.
mind if I take a 2 minute sidebar?
Sure. We actually have about 2 minutes to actually finish up. So if we can, definitely we can. But we want to be able to hit that. You want to show the Japanese thing?
No, I want to talk about this Tower of Babel. That's like the second time Shauna brought that up, and it's a legitimate problem. I mean,
Hmm.
it's biblical, but the Tower of Babel was built by a bunch of people, and God wanted to stop them from building the tower, so He separated them into different countries. Shauna, correct me if I'm wrong, so that they would learn different languages, so they would not be able to get together again and build another Tower of Babel. Well, now today January 15, 2026, we all speak the same language. I can talk to anybody in any language with this technology. So the question is, should we build another tower?
That's interesting. That's a great perspective.
We'll talk about that Thursday night at the Bible study.
Definitely. Come, yeah, guys. Just another plug for tonight's 7 p.m. Eastern time at Shauna's Bible study, hosted all on Earhead Institute. All right, so AI Johnny, we have about 2 minutes left. So we actually have a couple more things of speaking points that we can actually go to. We want to open up for questions here. That if anybody has any questions with us to be able to, because we're gonna reach out to HeyGen shortly after we post this video. We're gonna actually send them the video and actually be able to try to actually get a partnership so we can actually get together and be able to teach you guys, especially with getting credits and doing some kind of partnership with Earhead. So AI Johnny, does anybody have any questions before we actually switch over to the closing comments? All right. I know everybody's been actually chatting a lot in the actual chat, so thank you guys for doing that. So Johnny, what did we learn today?
Well, a little news before I get into that. HeyGen updated their streaming API, allowing for even faster rendering of digital twins and real-time applications. Meanwhile, the industry is seeing a massive push for watermarking AI-generated faces to ensure transparency in the digital image. So there you have it, Airheads. This tool lets you clone yourself, speak 175 languages, and produce studio-quality video from your bedroom for the price of a pizza. But remember, today was just a taste. Barely scratched the surface of their API, their streaming avatars, and their new Avatar 4 model. So to the team at HeyGen, we know you're watching. Our students are hungry. They want to master this tool. If you want to partner with the Airhead Institute to create the ultimate Mastering HeyGen certification series, you know where to find us. Until then, Airhead, keep exploring, keep learning, and don't forget to polish your digital twin. Class dismissed.
Catch you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.
Welcome to Season 8 of Airhead Institute, your 45-minute power-up at noon Eastern. This season, we're cutting through the noise. Mondays, we get answers with Perplexed. Tuesdays, watch the battle unfold in the TTV Showdown. Wednesdays, we explore the takeover with AI jacking. Thursdays, we uncover hidden AI gems, just a taste. And Fridays, we enter the mind of the machine in the Musk Matrix. We're making AI practical, powerful, and accessible for everyone. No tech background? No problem. Whether you're a student, teacher, or lifelong learner, just show up. Guided by your hosts, AI Junior and AI Johnny, we're keeping it bold, brainy, and built for real-world impact. AI won't take your job, but someone who knows how to use AI will. Don't get left behind.